New FCRA bill has very strict and highly impractical asset takeover rules. This would not only adversely affect the NGOs working, but this provision actually violates the constitutional freedom to form associations.
While some representatives from the Christian community claims that the new provisions will lead to unauthorized seizure of assets, these activists fear that even those assets might get seized that were only partially funded by foreign donations.
The question of the FCRA bill which is coming is something which is deeply troubling to, I would say, civil society, people involved in social work, people involved in religious work and so on, and also education, healthcare and many other sectors. Now there are three provisions which are particularly disturbing. The first is the provision of seizure of assets, by which even the assets which are built up can be forfeited if the organization fails to comply with even the technicalities of this rule. So there's no distinction made between a small violation and a grave violation. The recognition can be withheld for either small or great, and so there's no proportionate punishment for any misdemeanor or any wrong activity.
The claims have been strongly debunked. The government said that the bill does not provide for the automatic permanent takeover of foreign-funded assets.
There is also a very popular narrative that has been spread that properties will be seized. This also is a wrong propaganda, because it only says that if organizations which are dealing with illegal activities which do not comply and which closes down, those properties will be vested in a particular statutory authority.
For the government, the amendments would provide a more detailed legal framework governing such assets.
Bill also has many vague compliance norms. Broad definitions of political content will leave organizations vulnerable to selective targeting. The framework of the bill is such that after it is passed in Parliament, the Act shall have vast scope to curb independent research, human rights advocacy, and policy critics under the disguise of national security.
The practical impact will ultimately depend on the final law passed by Parliament and how its provisions are implemented.